It's the debut of the new camera on Non-Lead to Legend today, so if you can't see me, that means I don't know how to use the new camera yet, but I'm going to assume that you are seeing me in lovely, crisp, high definition. You can see that, contrary to some of the rumours, I am as young as I say I am. Look, no wrinkles, good moisturiser, etc, etc. We've got the Watford double-header today, so we get to truly find out through scientific research methods whether they do have an unfair advantage in Football Manager just because Miles supports them. Hello and welcome to Season 6, Part 4 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have a double-header away against Watford both times, who obviously should be a much bigger club than we are, having been fairly recently in the Premier League. I'm not sure how recently in game. We are 6 seasons in the future now. In fact, they were relegated 2 seasons ago, finished in a playoff spot last year. So this is a team who should really be thumping us twice, especially since our form is finally starting to resemble more realistically what you'd expect for a team new to the Championship. Don't ignore that 9-0. It was an international break. I wanted to get some form and some morale back into the team after 2 games without a win. We lost to Fulham, drew at Everton. Not disastrous results. So we did a confidence booster against the mighty local Southend Manor. And despite beating them 9-0, it's completely backfired and we've lost the last 2 games since then. So there you go. There's a learning point. Don't try and cheat the system and get your morale up, because it didn't help at all. We've not won in 4 league games, and I don't really rate our chances of picking up a win today, although I'd much rather win the first one than the second one. The league is much more important than the EFL Cup, and this is the team that we're putting together to try and do exactly that. So we've got Miguel in goal, a back 4 of Tamelty, Jackson, Fowler and Grant, midfield of Wordsworth, Cool and Zelalim, with Benteke in behind Marriott and Sinclair. Martel, Taylor, Crossdale is pretty much fit again. The only problem is, and this is the same problem we had with him and Schiavi 2 seasons ago, he can't really play in the same team as Jerome Sinclair, and Sinclair's got 9 goals already this season, so Taylor Crossdale's got his work cut out getting back into the side. I hope he does, because he was brilliant for us last year, but we've seen 2 seasons ago that when he misses a pre-season, he sometimes does struggle to get back up to where you'd expect him to be. In injury and suspension news, because that seems to be one of the stories of our season so far, lots of both of them. Letavara is still injured and will be forevermore, as is Raquel Pike, although he's getting a little bit closer to fitness again. New boy Panos Armenakis has done a calf strain, so he's out for a month or so, and Tom Anderson suspended today, which is why George Fowler is getting a rare start at centre-back. We're 10-1 for this game, goodness me. Although, that being said, that's a fairly negative looking formation from Watford, so unless that's their sneaky way to absolutely thump us, sit back, let us attack at them and just keep hitting us on the break, which really is a fairly smart way to play against us, because we do just attack against anybody and everybody. So if you can soak up the pressure, which a formation like that's going to, they've basically got a back 6. We've got the ball in there. Sinclair, what can he do? Finds himself a lot of space, and it would have been nice to see him do a little bit better with that, but it ends up fairly tamely going into the goalkeeper's hands. We are level with points on Watford at the moment. Both of us on 21 points after 14 games. We're going to be a lot happier with that than they are. 10th place for us would be a fantastic finish. And we're just thinking, we're almost halfway towards that 50 points that we need. And we've only played a third of the season. So, yeah, they're going to be looking for promotion. We just want to survive. This is all going all right for us. Right, they do have a free kick here, though, and their first real opportunity of the game. I mean, look at those stats. We've had 10 shots, 5 of them on target. Controlled possession, but haven't created that clear-cut opportunity that we need. Watford, with their first shot on target, it's from a set piece. They've done exactly what we speculated they'd do. They've sat back, soaked it up. Although we've had a lot of shots, we've never really threatened them. We've not created that killer chance that we'd need to go ahead against them. And then they've just got the free kick, got themselves a set piece, confident in the fact that they'd go away and do exactly what they've just done. They're 1-0 up, and they can just carry on sitting behind the ball again, because no matter how much we attack, there's no oomph to what we're doing, and they know it. And it's time to bring on Martel Taylor Crossdale, and we'll see if he can provide some oomph. It doesn't really matter which one of them we play deep. Let's swap them over because Sinclair's been a poacher all game and not done any poaching. So let's give Taylor Crossdale a chance to do it. We're going to take off Aaron Cool as well. Bring on James Blanchfield. I mean, that's not exactly... that's... Oh, they're scared now. We brought on a player who didn't really get into our team when we were in League Two. Ooh, calm down, Kev. Right, hopefully Taylor Crossdale is going to do something spectacular and wonderful and get us back into the game. Jerome Sinclair as well, former Watford player. You'd expect him to be up for it today, and he doesn't really seem to be. We're going to bring on Milan Bars as well. He can come on for Benteke, see if he's got anything special. We've seen him do some special things a couple of times this season. I think you lot have seen it at least once. I've seen it a couple of times. He has special in him, but we had nothing today. 20 shots we've had there and not created a clear-cut chance amongst them. We might need a tactical rethink because the way we're playing doesn't seem to be as efficient as it used to be. Now we get to play Watford again, though. Right, couple of changes for this second of two opportunities to try and beat Watford. Firstly, and importantly, I think, because he was in the team when we were doing well earlier on, Sebastian Amoros is now fit again after being out for a month or so, and he's going to come straight back into that ball-winning midfielder role that he was playing for the first 4, I guess, games of the season. I thought he was involved in more than that. We're also bringing Tom Field in at left-back just because I don't think Tomelti's any better than him, and I've used this logic on these videos before. Tom Field is our player. Tomelti's on loan. If there's not much difference between them, let's play the one who's ours. And, yeah, we know Amoros isn't going to be properly fit. But who can... Oh, look, they're being a bit more adventurous this time. Whoever Jay Thompson is, he's playing slightly further forward in front. Still sat in back of the front of the back four. They're still basically playing a back six, presumably still going to be coming with the same game plan again. Surely we can't have 20 shots against them again and not create a clear-cut chance or score a goal. And they're not going to get lucky and hit us with a set piece again, surely. So, you know, second time of asking them, 15 minutes on the clock, we've already had 5 shots, they've had 1. We've had 70% of the possession in the first 25 minutes of this game. They just are soaking it up. They know they're better than we are, and they don't need to overexert themselves. They're just going to wait for us to get tired. And this is where, I mean, they've already had a clear-cut chance, so it wasn't worthy of a highlight, but was clear-cut apparently. And this is where my lower league naivety and lack of experience and general incompetence at this game really come into play, because I don't really know what to do about that. Logic says, I guess, we shouldn't attack. But whenever I try anything different, it just doesn't work. So I think if this becomes a regular thing that teams are going to do against us, and I know these days the game is supposed to figure you out. We've been using this tactic for 3 seasons now. I guess we've been figured out. If this is what's going to happen, my only response that I'm really capable of in my rather limited tactical tool set is to just keep plugging away, doing what we're doing, hope I don't get sacked, and buy better players so that it doesn't matter what they do. I mean, the only reason this works from Watford is because they've got better players than we have. So they've got better players, a smarter tactic, and it doesn't matter because Jerome Sinclair is... Oh, he's offside. It does matter. Disregard that bit where I said it doesn't matter. But, you know, we're dangerous. 14 shots now, but they've only had 5 shots, but 2 of them have been clear-cut opportunities. We still haven't created one. We've got a penalty. This is a clear-cut chance, surely, because we've got a penalty. Aaron Cool, I think that is, stepping up to take the penalty. If we can nab this, we're going to basically do a reverse of what they did to us in the first game, and grab them with a set piece. And there you go. Aaron Cool gets our first goal of the double header from our first clear-cut chance. They've still had more than us. It's still going to be a mugging. But look at this for a penalty. He's just hit that hard, straight down the middle. No chance the keeper's stopping that. And yes... And I'm sure, even though I'm identifying it now, you'll still let me know in the comments, and that's much appreciated. I know we should be going defensive at this point, but I think I've made it pretty clear I don't know how to do that. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to bring on Bars and Taylor Crossdale again, and see if they've got anything special. Because the other thing is, now we're 1-0 up. Surely the whole thing flips on its head. Watford can't sit back and let us attack and soak up pressure anymore. They've got 15 minutes to get back into the game. They haven't got the time to soak up pressure. Although they're not changing the tactic. I know you can't see it from behind my head, but they're still doing the same silly tactic they were doing before. We'll bring Schiavi on. And Taylor Crossdale's going to have to be the defensive forward because Schiavi is not learning at the same rate that Sinclair and Taylor Crossdale are to do that role. But hopefully, none of it's going to matter anyway, because if we can just hold on to the ball for the next 15 seconds, we've pulled off a mugging and gone through to, the 5th round of the EFL Cup now? When does this start getting interesting, this competition? We're into late October. There can't be that many teams left in it, can there? Are we having a little bit of a cup run? Who does it? How many rounds are there? I guess there's maybe one more, and then we're into quarter-final, semi-final territory. If we click on it, will it tell us? 4th round. Oh no, so we are into the quarter-final of the EFL Cup. Wowzers. That's going to be drawn. Well, that'll be a surprise for tomorrow's video. So left in the competition, there's QPR, us, Southampton, Rotherham. Oh no, it might be Rotherham or Tottenham. Man City. Oh, Man United. Okay, so it's not as open as I'd hoped it would be. But, interesting. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.